What are modal phrases? Well, modal phrases are expressions that function just like modal verbs, even though they aren't single verbs. For example, listen to my sentences carefully and try to guess which real modal verb is hidden here. You are supposed to wear a helmet. You are supposed to wear a helmet. We're talking about expectation. We're talking about obligation. Which modal verb is this? Another example, she's bound to be late. Bound to. It's a certainty, right? We're talking about certainty here. She's bound to be late. And the third example, I'm about to leave. Something is going to happen very soon. I am about to be about to do something. Now see how these modal phrases behave like must, will, and should. I hope you've guessed that. That's why we call them modal phrases, because they behave exactly like modal verbs, but they are phrases. So in this video, I'm going to share popular modal phrases that you should start using right away if you want to sound like a native speaker, but also if you want to understand native speakers better. Because for example, if you hear a sentence, I'm about to leave, you technically know all the words in this sentence. However, you can't understand the meaning of the sentence because you don't know the phrase to be about to, which means something will happen soon. I'm about to leave. I'm almost leaving. I'm walking away. Let's talk about common modal phrases and their nuances. And the first phrase I want to talk about is to be supposed to do something. We use this phrase to talk about expectations and plans. For example, I'm supposed to help with onboarding. And it means it is expected of me to help with onboarding. So as you can see, this phrase is similar to must or have to. I have to help with onboarding. I'm supposed to help with onboarding, but it's not as strong. That's why it's very often used in business communication, because in business we want to be less pushy, more polite. And here are some more examples with to be supposed to do something. For example, where are you? We are supposed to start the meeting soon. We have to start the meeting soon. Here is one cool fact about using this phrase. If you use this phrase in the past, it means that something was expected to happen. You had to do something, but it didn't happen. It was expected to happen, but it didn't happen. For example, we were supposed to start working on that project, but it got canceled. We were planning to start working on this project, but it didn't happen, in other words, right? One more example. Did you see Brian? No. He was supposed to be here by 1 p.m. When you say he was supposed to be here by 1 p.m., it means that it was a plan for him to be here, but he's not here. Phrase number 2 that I want to talk about is to be bound to. We use this phrase to say that something is very likely or something is very certain. It's like kind of saying have to or should with more certainty. Here's an example for you to better understand this phrase. If you put in the effort, you are bound to improve. It's like you will certainly improve. Here's another example with the phrase to be bound to do something. The product launch was so poorly planned that it was bound to fail. Phrase number 3 that you should know is to be meant to. This phrase describes an intended purpose. In a professional setting, we often use it to talk about the purpose of a specific product. For example, this app is meant to help you track your goals. This app is meant to help you track your goals. In other words, this is the main functionality of the purpose of the app. Even in life, we say it's meant to be, meaning that it's the purpose that we have or the life is giving us. Here's a nuance of the phrase meant to. Meant to can also overlap with the supposed to when talking about expectations, but it feels a bit softer and it often highlights the reason behind the rule. You're meant to wear a helmet for your own safety, for example. This is the purpose, the protection, right? You are meant to wear the helmet. You're supposed to wear the helmet. Let's continue. Another phrase is have got to. It's an informal way of saying you must do something. This is, like I said, very informal of must or have to. And it's very common in spoken English. You will hear native speakers use this phrase literally all the time. Instead of I have to or I must, I've got to. For example, I've got to learn English, or I've got to finish this project today, or you've got to read this book. I'm sure you will love it, right? You have got to. So technically use it just like have, but just add one extra word, got. You've got, you have got. Another phrase is be likely to do something. We use this phrase when we talk about probability. Probability talking about the future. It's a kind of saying something will probably happen in the future. For example, after watching this video, you are likely to improve your English. Or another example, she is likely to get the job because she's qualified for it. Or here's another example. They might follow up this week, but it's not likely to happen. So you can use it with the particle not. It's not likely to happen, meaning that probably it won't happen. Another popular modal phrase is to be able to. You probably know this phrase. This phrase is a synonym of can. And the cool thing about this phrase is that you can use it in present, past, or future forms. With can, you only have two forms, can and could, present and past. Here's an example. I am not able to give you more details yet, present. I was able to convince the client to renew their contract with us. And this is past, right? And one more. I have a day off tomorrow, so I will be able to call you. And this is future. So technically, with be able to, you have to take to be and change it for present, past, or future. Now, there you have it. Top modal phrases that will make you sound like a native speaker, that will make you sound more advanced. Now I have a question for you. Which modal phrase do you already use a lot? And which one do you want to start using more? Share it in the comment section, and I would love to hear from you and chat with you. And of course, if you would like to improve your English with me and English for IT, we have so many options for you. We have general English courses, business English courses, and IT English courses. Which course are you looking to take now? What are your goals? Well, depending on your goals, you can pick your course. If you need help picking the course, you can always reach out to me or the team. I will drop all the information in the description below, so check it out, and till the next time.